everybody. I'm Carissa Dez, and we are at Casa Dez right now with two flights.
Yo.
Local Portland hip-hop artists.
Yes.
Was that too bold?
I like that description.
Hop in my car, we racing. Sipping my cup, but we faded. I'm on my car, we faded. I don't even get why you hating. I'm one addict, then we blow up out. Got this gas, I ain't going to the store.
Hey, gotta hit the stove just to get some drink. And I'm pulling up hard like I'm pushing in the paint. Picture with two flights, shit so paid. Just a waste of you and the flow too breezy.
And two flights with a money sign at the end. But yes. Okay, I like that. And we were just listening to your song Racing featuring Addicts, directed by Halloweenville. If you don't know who Halloweenville is.
Shout out Halloweenville.
You said it was directed by Halloweenville, and you were in an arcade.
So part of it, we all filmed this out in Sherwood, which is my hometown. We went into this place called Langer's, and we went into like the little laser tag area, and filmed. We went to the little laser tag area and filmed part of it, and then I did like a little scene in the arcade area too. And then we just filmed the various spots around Sherwood.
Nice. What are the other spots? It looks like a convenience store.
Yeah, it's a little local store in Sherwood.
Shout out to the local store in Sherwood.
If you live in Sherwood, you know what it is. Shout out Rainbow Market.
If you know,
you know. But nobody really knows where Sherwood is. So, but
if you live in Portland, you probably do.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, other than that, we've just filmed there. Where else have we filmed there? Like at random parks around Sherwood too.
Okay. So. What is the music scene like in Sherwood?
There's no scene. When I was in high school, there was
Langers?
No. When I was in high school, there's a couple other rappers. There's a couple like kids in high school that are rapping that I try to put on for. But yeah, there's not really any people out there doing anything. So
how long have you been making music in Portland for?
Sherwood. Well, I've been making music for about 5 years now. But yeah, I got into the Portland scene when I was 17, 18. So like 3 or 4 years now. Okay.
And what made you get into creating music?
I've always loved music from a young age, and I've always just like had a pull towards it. And me and my homie were just like sitting one day. He was like rapping at school doing freestyles, and then I was like, we should record a song.
Started with freestyles.
We should just record a song. Like I have this Xbox mic, and I have GarageBand. Let's do it. So yeah, that's kind of how it started for me.
Nice. And did you make your own beats to start off, or where do you get your beats from?
Yeah, first I made beats. I didn't even rap at first. I started making beats, and then I was like, I'm not very good at this. I want to rap, so I started rapping. I was still pretty bad at that, but.
And are you part of any crew, like any artist crew?
Yeah. So my homies I first started with in high school, Chain Gang. Yeah, those are my homies, and then I have a clothing brand called High Demand, we're kind of a collective now. So it's those same homies.
Had a clothing brand.
Yeah, it's we haven't dropped anything yet, so that's why nobody's really heard much about it. But yeah, it's kind of like it's a collective clothing brand and like media company. So yeah.
Okay. And will there be a website, or how can people find out about that? Probably follow you.
Yeah, on Instagram. It's in my the Instagram account for High Demand is linked in my bio. Otherwise, I think you can find it at high_demand clothing or clothes. I think I can't remember it, but it's in the link in my Instagram bio.
Okay. Wow, you're doing big things. You said you're turning 20 soon this year.
Yep.
And you already have a clothing brand, and you got some pretty fucking amazing music out there, music videos. So props to you for doing all that, because when I was 19, I was just rapping into a little fucking cassette player and not doing shit. So nice work.
I appreciate it.
I think I've seen you perform before. Were you at High Rocks?
Yeah.
That's where I met you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was an interesting show.
That was really fun.
It was just so random.
Yeah, it was like, it's a different type of vibe than like a normal shows.
Definitely. Everybody was like, the artists were just like hopping around on the rocks and
it was
going going nuts.
I thought I was gonna fall and like eat shit like 15 times, but I didn't.
I was just dancing and I thought I was gonna fall.
Yeah.
But do you do a lot of shows like that? Just like kind of DIY, like underground shows?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd be performing in like different spots. I like to challenge myself and get out of my element, like doing the high rocks type stuff. So yeah, I'll be around. I'll be doing shows.
Yeah, I mean, like you have to do stuff that's going to make you stand out, and that definitely was something different. What do you think makes you stand out as an artist other than that? Makes you unique?
I think my stage presence and like my shows are probably my best thing that makes me stand out. Like I feel like I have the ability, I've kind of performed enough to like pretty much turn up any crowd, and like my engagement with the crowd I think is a lot better than a lot of other artists.
How do you manage to do that?
I just kind of go up there and have fun, but I give the energy to the crowd and they kind of give it back to me, and then it's like I kind of bounce off of each other. And so and I also engage like with the crowd, like not as far as the whole entire crowd, but one-on-one. Like I'll rap two people. I kind of get a feel of everybody. I get a feel of the vibe of where I'm performing, what I'm doing.
That's really cool. I've never really heard of people explain it that way. Do you ever get nervous when you're like before you're performing?
Probably like at first I did, but now it's not so much. It's like 30 seconds before I go on stage, I'm like, oh, I'm about to perform at a bunch in front of people. Like,
yeah.
What I found
is like whenever I do anything that makes me nervous like that, where I'm like performing, like even doing this, or I don't really get nervous doing this anymore, but when I did, I would use that energy to just like do better,
Yeah, same.
Who is an artist that influenced you growing up to create your own music?
So when I first started, it was Suicide Boys and like A$AP Rocky. Those were like
A$AP. Love you.
Yeah.
You're watching because I know you are.
Me too. I love you, A$AP.
Yeah.
Those are some of my biggest influences early on. Lil Peep is still one of my top influences. So those are kind of like the three artists that really like pushed me to start making music.
That's cool. Yeah. And what type of music would you say that you said like hip hop, right?
Yeah, like melodic rap type stuff.
Great. Well, I haven't listened to a whole lot of your music, but from what I've like seen live and tonight, like listening to your song, it's like the type of music that I listen to. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
What is your like favorite place that you've performed at in Portland? Was it High Rocks?
That was, I don't know if that's like my favorite, but that was like just a different vibe. It felt more like I'm like hanging out with the bros, like just like having fun. I really like Mano Colta.
I still have not been there.
You gotta go. It's a really good venue. Let's see, the old Rainbow City. I think it's better than the new one, personally. But yeah, Mano Colta, the old Rainbow City. Yeah, those are probably my top venues. Why do
you like the older one better?
I don't know. I feel like there's like better vibes there. I can't really explain it. They're like,
we'll get those vibes with the new one.
The vibes there, like, also I feel like it was a little smaller. So it was like when you come to a show at the new one, it feels like it's easier to pack it out. And the new one, it just feels, it's like a very big venue, which is cool and nice, but it's like harder to pack out. And so if you have an artist who doesn't pull as many people, it's kind of, like doesn't feel as intimate.
There's like 10 people there.
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
I played there right when it first opened and there was like 10, 15 people there and it felt like there was like nobody there.
Yeah, because when there's that many people, like nobody wants to like be up there.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't get any energy going and it's like, yeah. So that's why I like the old one better.
Yeah. Have you done a lot of touring since you've started making music?
I played a show down in Medford this summer, but I haven't done any technical like touring yet. But I have some stuff upcoming this summer with me and Addict and Hitch. So
you have a new single dropping, right? Or is that?
I do. I have one. I drop a single each month. So look forward to each month getting new music. Wow, and then awesome. Try to drop a couple projects a year.
That's really cool. Do you drop a music video every time you drop a new song?
I don't. I literally, so I dropped this one and then I dropped another one directed by Zach Olson like a month or so ago. And those are like my first videos I've done in like a year and a half, 2 years. So you recently just started to drop one every month? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm trying to go harder with those. Yeah. When you first started making music videos, did you just like have a friend like record with their phone or were you like professional? So my homie, my main producer, who I started out with in high school. He does a lot of camera stuff, and so he would edit them for me, and he has a nice camera, so we made it look good, and yeah, it was dope.
Nice. Okay, so if you could perform with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
Let's see, probably like the Suicide Boys, all the G59 crew. Going to a lot of those shows, like when I was like in high school, kind of influenced me to like get that hype energy at every show, and like moshing and like all that stuff kind of really influenced me. So probably those guys.
Okay. Do people usually mosh at your shows?
Yeah. I like to open up a lot of mosh pits, so it just depends on the vibe of the crowd, though. Like if I'm not feeling,
go to your next show.
But yes,
I need some of that in my life.
Come to my show, we turn up.
Hell yeah. So for people who are watching right now who want to listen to your music, where is the best place to find it? You're obviously on YouTube, and like the song that we're listening to when we first started was Racing, and that's on YouTube. Are you like on SoundCloud?
Yes, I'm on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple Music, pretty much anywhere you can find music. It's going to be 2 flights with a $sign at the end. That's going to be for all my music.
Go follow him and listen to his music. Is there anything other than your singles that you're putting out every single month that you are excited about, like happening?
Yes. I'm actually throwing a show at Manuel Colta on April 1st. I haven't said anything about this publicly yet, so this is the first time.
Here first, guys.
So yeah, I'm throwing a show there. I'm just trying to finalize everything, the lineup, get everything prepared. But yeah, that's going to be dope. And then Halloweenville, their second show that Hitch is throwing.
Show ever?
Yeah, second Halloweenville show ever. Hitch is throwing, so that's going to be dope. Performing at that. Yeah, I got a couple big features that I'm dropping. I can't say yet. Who yet, but I got a couple big features dropping.
You can't just tell us. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I could, but I'm gonna keep it on the down low because I have to wait for the right time to drop these.
Yeah, of course. You got to keep them guessing and excited. But do you know who's going to be on your, like anybody who's going to be on the lineup for your next show?
Let's see. Yeah, so I got Hitch, Addict. So those are the homies obviously on my show. Kill Maddie. Let's see. Who else? Wayne Gray.
I love Wayne Gray.
Yeah, shout out Wayne. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else I put on the list. Kmart Woods.
Love Kmart too. Love you, Kmart.
I'm trying to think who else. I haven't got responses from everybody yet, so I'm still waiting.
That's a pretty good lineup so far.
But yeah, that's the lineup so far.
Definitely motivates me to want to go to that show. So if you're in Portland, stay tuned.
April 1st.
April 1st. April Fools. Maybe it's not even going to happen because
maybe it's not going to.
It's just a big joke. Who knows?
Yep. Maybe it's a joke. You never know.
So do you live in Sherwood still?
Yeah, I do. I still live in Sherwood. Yeah, I've lived there my whole entire life. So I'm trying to get out of here, though.
Out of here or out of Sherwood?
Out of Portland area in general. I want to stay here for a couple more years, but yeah, I'm trying to move down to LA. I like the vibes down there a lot more than up here.
Yeah. Do you think the music scene is better in LA?
I've never really experienced it firsthand, but I feel like it's probably just different down there. Like it's a lot more like cutthroat down there, and like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like, yeah, people are just trying to like do what they got to do to get where they need to go. Which I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do. But I think Portland is a lot more loving. So
yeah,
I like Portland.
Really
it's not like it's not as cutthroat as LA.
So you want more of a challenge, like to not be like.
I just like it down there. Even if I didn't make music, like music aside, I just love I think it's very beautiful down there in Southern California, and I've always just loved LA and the scenery. So,
do you know a lot of people in LA to like that you've already networked with, or? Yeah,
I have a couple of people down there, but not like an extensive amount. So that would be kind of cool for me to like go down there and like meet new people, and because that's like a really big area down there. So I'm kind of excited for that adventure.
Yeah, everybody says that like whenever you go out, anybody who you meet just like immediately talks about what they do. They're like, hey, guess what, I have this song that just came out. You're like, oh hi, I don't know your name.
Yeah, that's a very LA thing, I feel like. But yeah, that's one of my worries. I'm like, am I just gonna be like another fish in the sea like down there?
Yeah, but I think if you have, if you're unique, and if you have like,
that's what I'm saying. You got to make yourself stand out down there, because there's a lot of people trying to do the same thing that I'm doing. So that's why I'm trying to like, make myself stand out and, get myself right up here before I go down there.
Yeah, I feel that. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like best case scenario, like you're living your best life. Where do you see yourself?
Probably best case scenario. I mean, yeah, obviously that's the goal, trying to get the music as big as it possibly can. But yeah, honestly, for me, like, I just want to be able to make a living, through what I love doing. Like if I can just like, be able to pay my bills and like, be able to do what I love every single day, that's enough for me. So like what I would see myself is just like, got my own, place, just being able to make music every single day and do it with the people that I love. So
hell yeah, that's my goal.
I don't mind 9 to 5.
Yeah, like you don't mind your 9 to 5 or drop me?
I hate it. I absolutely hate.
Me too. Yeah. Like no hate for the people who's have a 9 to 5.
Some people like it and it works for them, but for me, like
to be comfortable. Not me. I hate being comfortable.
For me, I've always hated it since I was a little kid. I was like, I do not want to have a normal life or live that type of 9 to 5 life. So I've been pushes me further in my music.
Yeah, that's my ultimate goal, is to get paid doing what I love and just like nothing else, like no side gigs or whatever. But yes. Is that your definition of success?
Yeah, for me, like being able to do what I love every single day and have the people around me that I love and care about, like that's priceless to me. There's no amount of money or anything that could like top that for me.
Yeah. So when you get big, are you going to come back and give some love to the local Portland people who
yes, 100%.
You came up with, or
100%? Like that,
yes.
Bitches? I want to bring those people up with me too. Like if I go up, all my homies will go up with me, because I have a lot of close homies who've been there and like been through a lot with. So like I want to put on for them, especially also my Sherwood people too. I actually threw a show in Sherwood in July and sold it out, and that was kind of
Wait,
cool.
You did a show in Sherwood?
Yeah, I threw a show and I sold it out. I kind of like mini blew up over there. Like I went back to my old high school, performed.
Right here.
Facts. I went back to my old high school and did a performance there, and then threw a show in the summer and it sold it out. And so, at first, like I kind of hated Sherwood when I was a kid. I was like, this is stupid, like this. But now I realized how privileged I was to like grow up where I did, and I never had to worry about having food on the table or any of that type of stuff. So I'm really thankful for where I came from now. But I want to give back to the people who raised me, Sherwood and Portland too. So
yeah, that's good. That's good on you for sure. What is your favorite thing about the Portland music scene and your least favorite thing about the Portland music scene?
Probably the people, like the people I've met, and like
worst.
I feel like yes and no. Because there's some people who've done me wrong a little bit, but also at the same time I've met some of my best friends, and like I've had some of the coolest experiences ever, like through the people that I've met, and like nothing else will be able to like top that for me.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like the people all around, that's like the best thing. And then what do you not like about the Portland music scene? Like what can we do better here?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think we need to, expand our mindset on top of like just outside of Portland stuff. Like, there's a lot of shows that are just like, Portland scene shows, but I think we can really incorporate people from all over and like kind of, get out of just the scene, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I get
cause like when you pull up to shows, like you'll see the same like 50 people like at 5 different shows. But like, if we can pull people in different audiences from everywhere and like get it popping like that, I feel like that's like more of a way to go up for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I have noticed that too, but it's like, that just shows that those 50 people are very supportive.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, if we get like more artists from even Seattle, which, like I said, like I keep saying, I'm trying to, bridge that gap between Portland and Seattle, but also just like have artists like come in, like, people who are just coming through to visit, like put them on a bill. Cause like a lot of times there's, of course, like anywhere, especially, even in bigger cities, there's a lot of gatekeeping. So it's like people are like, who am I going to put on the bill? Probably just people who like my besties who make music, right? But why not look at like who's coming into town and like put them on your bill too, because then you'll get like more eyes and ears on your fucking music.
Yeah, I also see like the same, like, you know, these amount of people or these artists like performing at, you know, these people's events and stuff. And I'm like, you know, I'm trying to like get everybody, you know, show. Like, I put like my Sherwood homies on some, you know, Portland shows and stuff and try to put on for them. And I put my Portland homies on my Sherwood show. So like, I'm trying to like, you know, give them a different audience.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to tell your fans and your future fans? Two Flights?
Spread love. Spread love. Do what you love every single day. Shout out Skinny SG. Shout out Lil Chains. Shout out Hitch. Shout out Halloween Bill. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So pick up those microphones, kids. Put down the guns.
Facts.
And put down the drugs.
Fuck fentanyl dealers and
say no to 30s.
Say no to 30s and fuck fentanyl dealers and fuck fentanyl in general.
Yes. And also Buzzballs sponsor me.
Well, that's sick. I want a Buzzball sponsor.
I want a Buzzball right now. So again, follow Two Flights on Instagram, and this is your YouTube, right?
Yeah. No, this one right here. This is Halloween Bill's YouTube.
Okay.
But if you look up Two Flights, it should come up.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Two Flights at Carissa Dez.
Yes, sir.
And I can't wait to
thank you.
listen to more of your music and go to one of your shows again, where, you know, somewhere where there's flat ground and not just like giant rocks that I can like kill myself on.
Yes.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
No, I get it how I live it, and I live it how I spit it, so I spit it, so it's cause it when I spit it, all the other rappers like to grind and take their time to write their tracks and lines, I mix and mastermind.
That's rose with a pinky dripping while the neck is froze. Oh, hey, so tell me what you want to know. Catch us posted on the road, doing shows, blowing all.
Hop in my car, we racing. Sipping my cup and we fading.